Hello everyone, this is Dr. Navarro to help you learn how to access your resume for Introduction to Employment Skills 2 online. You have been assigned the functional resume, and so we are going to take a look at that now. You will need to access it through Google Chrome, so we're going to go ahead and open that up. So we have a Chrome page here, and make sure that you're logged into your account. And we're going to go ahead and go to Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, you need to make sure that you're in the right class. And in your classwork, up here, you are going to find your resume under Functional Resume. So functional resume, we're going to click here and we're going to open this up. So we're going to open up that functional resume, and we're also going to open up our personal fact sheet. So we're going to go to Google Drive and we're going to look for our personal fact sheet. I'm just going to type that in, hit enter, give that a second to load. And there's my resume. I'm just going to put these side by side so you can kind of see what I'm going to do here. So there's my resume. And my personal fact sheet is right there, so I'm going to click on that. Your personal fact sheet, you did it in Introduction to Employment 1. It's a good resource to use as you're completing your resume because many of the sections of the resume match up. Let me show you. Here you got your name, address, telephone, email. That goes right here. Education is towards the bottom of the resume. Work experience is going to go here, and then references are on the last page of your resume and right here. So it's good to have your personal fact sheet pulled up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start to work on my resume here. Now you'll notice I'm trying to click up here where it says your name here. I really can't do that. I can click down here anywhere. In order to get up in this section, this is called the header. So you're going to put your mouse or your cursor over here, and you're going to hit the left button twice. And that's what gives you access to the header. Now this is a template. Everything's organized nice and neat. You see how everything's nice and neat on this template? What I suggest is that you highlight the section you want to work on, and then you type what you need to type. So I'm just going to put my information up here. My name is Little Timmy. Alright, and I'm going to put my street number right here. Over here I'm going to put my city. Uh-oh. Look, you see how that font's a little bit different? Let me try that again. It's important to keep everything the same whenever you're working on this. So that font, you need to make sure that it stays the same. There we go, that's better. Alright, and then here's Georgia, and I gotta put my zip code. Gotta put my phone number. And I got to put my email address. Now this is going to be different for all of you. You put your information in that section, okay? Once I'm done, I got to go back down here and I got to click 2 times with the left button. So now I'm back down here. This section is at the top of both pages. You'll see it's right up here. That's where it is. And because I filled out this one also shows up. All right, in this first section, highlights of qualifications. Your instructor will help you with this, but if you already have a couple of certifications, you can start off by talking about that. Usually this information comes from your My Next Move, which is something that you have already worked on. You'll just use information from there to get this started. And again, your instructor will help you with this. But we're going to start off with the fact that I'm customer service certified. I took that customer service at Roosevelt, so I'm going to put on here customer service certified individual ... That's usually how it starts out. And then there's more to add to it, but we're just going to go ahead and at least get it started like that. Now, you have a spot here for core skills. So you might list some things here that relate to your abilities. You do have some things at the bottom of the personal fact sheet that might kind of help you with that if you've gone through your soft skills. You might want to keep a couple of those and just kind of combine them, right? So you could say maybe I'm a team player and well organized. So I just took a couple things from here that describe me and I typed them up in there. Let me do another one. This should relate to our employment goal. Let's see. Think about your employment goal. You can also use your My Next Move to kind of help with this too. Let's see. A good one for a lot of jobs is able to follow instructions and complete tasks quickly. Those two they describe me. Now, again, from your My Next Move, you can pull information. You can pull information from the soft skills area. You're going to want to follow up with your instructor about that. You should have 4 of these. 4 things that are core skills that describe your abilities. And then you list your certifications here. So I'm going to put in here Go Skills Customer Service Certification. And maybe I have other ones. Maybe I have the IC3 Computer Literacy. So you can list your certifications here, or if you just have the Go Skills, you just list that and that's it. Okay? It might be Microsoft Office, it might be networking, it might be the food handler. If you have any certifications, you're going to list them there. Next is your work experience. You leave this blank until you have a work site. So let's say that you had a work site at Roses. So I'm going to say Roses Express. I'm going to put that there. Roses was in Manchester, Georgia. And I worked there from, let's see, I worked there from July 2020. And I'm still there, so I'm going to say to present. Okay, so that's what we're going to list in there. So we're just going to put that, and we're going to move this over. You see how I'm spacing it? We want it to kind of line up with this side of the page. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to put your job title. I was a trainee there, so I'm going to put trainee. Let's see, what did I do? Let's see, I stocked shelves. I answered customers' questions. And I retrieved carts from parking lot. Oh, look, I misspelled this, right? You see how it's underlined? I need to right click on that and get the correct spelling. Anytime you see an underline, that means that it needs to be corrected, the spelling does. So you're going to do that. You're going to list any tasks that you did at your work site. You're going to list those here. And just be careful, because it's really easy to just delete everything, and if you do that, you can hit undo and it'll come back. It's important to maintain the formatting of your resume. Alright, so let's see. Here I've got education, right? So I'm going to go to my education section. There it is right there. And you can include any information from up here. You can move it down here. Let's see, Roosevelt Warm Springs. I was at Roosevelt Warm Springs from, let's see, March 2019 to, I'm still there, so I'm going to say the present. Otherwise, I would put the date that I left. And look, I got to move this over, right? You see how this is kind of over like this? I got to move it all the way over here so it lines up. All right, here's my high school. So I got to put my high school name right here. So I'm going to highlight all that, and I'm going to put Ringgold High School. And I misspelled that, so I got to go fix it. And that was in Ringgold, Georgia. And I graduated from there in May 2012. So now I got to move this over. If you don't remember all this information, you can get it from your personal fact sheet. You can also call on your parents if they might be kind of helpful. Sometimes a quick text to mom or dad will help you get that information. Here's the reference section. The reference section, you can basically move anything you have over here from your personal fact sheet, just move it right over. Your counselor usually wants to be your first reference, so I'm going to put my counselor. My counselor is Miss Stella. And then I got to put her number here. If you don't know the phone number, you can ask your instructor and they can help you find the number. But your counselor goes there, and then their phone number goes here. Here's for the supervisor of your work site. Also, your employment specialist is probably going to want to be a reference, so you could put them here as well. Since you probably don't have extensive work history, that would be a great person to put right here. Probably one of the easiest ways to do that is going to be to copy and paste from here down to there, and then you will have that information that you need for the name of the business, the address, city, state, and zip code. Now, let's go ahead and say that I had a supervisor at Rose's. His name was Mr. James Jones. And it was Rose's Express. Now, I may not remember the address. If I don't have it over here, I can just Google it. So I'm going to open up a new tab. Rose's Express, Manchester, Georgia. And so it comes up, and look, there it is right there. Manchester, Georgia, Rose's Express. And I've got the information here for the address. I'm just going to copy that, and then I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to right click and paste without formatting, and there it is. It's looking good. I'm going to move that down there, and then I got to put the phone number right here, right? There it is right there. So I'm just going to type that in. 706 846 2678. Yeah, so there you go. All that information came from right there. You can basically Google any business that you need to. So that's where your worksite supervisor goes. You could probably put your employment specialist right here and your counselor. And so now you've got everything filled out and you're ready to go. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to ask your instructor. And good luck with this.